Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the WOTCCASIA map. We've got Bandito Jr. in the EBR 105. So it's going to be a fairly carefully planned battle to figure out where the enemy is and get his team to do some damage to overcome. Let's go to the main spot where the light tanks and mediums typically come. He got spotted on the way by the EBR 105, so he doesn't go to the top yet, as he's still spotted. As soon as he goes dark, he'll go up there. Now, if you noticed his loadout, he's got basically low noise, a muffler, and also coded optics, as well as the commander's vision system, so be able to spot people in bushes. So it's basically set up for vision. Alright, so he managed to put a shot into the EBR, who for some reason didn't realise there'd be another EBR there, even though he was spotted. So yeah, pay attention to your minimap, is always a good thing to do. So spotted the T-30 there and put a shot into him. He's using his standard rounds, APCR, to get the shell velocity, which is 1300 feet per second, or meters per second, sorry. What am I talking feet per second? Must be watching too many American videos. And it's picking up some assisted damage as well. So the advantage of coded optics, of course, is that it's running all the time, as is the low noise exhaust system, so you don't have to sit still to get your camo rating or your vision, maximum vision. So you don't get quite as much view range, of course, as if you've got binocs, but it's more suited to a more static plan. And in the EBR, you pretty much need to be on the move most of the time. If you sit still, you're going to be treated like a tank. But as you can see, they're very maneuverable, and that's basically what you need. You get spotted, you can maneuver quickly, that gets you out of line of the guns quickly. Spotted object 263, and just wait until he gets behind a bush and he puts a shot into him so he doesn't get spotted. He's also spotted leopard PTA, but he has been spotted in return, so he backs off quickly to make sure he can't get targeted. And there is arty in the game, so 2 arty per side, so he doesn't really want to get in their line. And so far, nothing can come in. Get a shot on the leopard PTA. Again, just waiting behind the bushes to use his commander's vision system and spot them if they come up. And he can put a shot into them before they realise he's there. And of course back away quickly. So it's sort of hit and run tactics there, which is really what the EBRs use them for. So he's trying to demolish the walls to try and reduce the coverage that the tanks in the middle here. You can see there's a whole bunch of them basically in that station area, although not all of them are spotted. And the minimap not really showing a great deal of detail at the moment, but yeah, okay, it's just showing the spotted tanks, of course. So, because he's using his standard rounds there, he's quite happy to use them to demolish the brickwork, but not all those walls are basically able to be demolished, just the plain ones that you can see now on the right. So the textured ones are fixed ones, so wouldn't waste your ammo on there, but you'll notice as soon as you try and shoot them. Of course, if you shoot HE, they won't penetrate, but with APCR you can actually shoot through the walls if they're destructive. So just another tip you can use. Okay, so it's basically used up all of the knowledge that you can get from that side. So as a light tank, your job is to collect knowledge for your team. Basically, where is the enemy, and can you react to that? Can you plan their movements? But also the spotter, of course, you hope as a light tank is that they can basically be punished. Anyway, it's found Waffenträger Panther 4 is sort of out of position there. That's mainly because his team haven't pushed into that area. Picks up some damage from there as the TD gets destroyed. So starting to accumulate some damage here. But a bit of a right picking field here. So he's just coming around here. Spotted a T95, doesn't particularly get in the way of that gun. And there's also an ST1 there, who is partly hidden. He gets spotted on a particular occasion, at least we don't think so. And now he's found an object 277. And unfortunately that shot didn't hit the right place. Of course, firing standard rounds, his penetration is 190. So not the best penetration for playing tier 10s. But continuing to come back to this area here because there's basically no one spotting and only a few tanks backing up, so just got to be careful not to hang around in front of the enemy guns, but can he keep them spotted so that they can be shot by his own tanks. Some of them will be across the field, of course, shooting from the railway station. But he doesn't really want to get in front of their guns. However, the Object 277 gets taken out and picks up some assist damage from there, and also the T95 has been spotted. So puts a shot into where the ST1 last was spotted. And he's found an RD212A. He seems to have noticed that he's actually spotted, so good thing. He's got some sense. Now, this is an older patch, so this is not the patch that the Free 6th Sense came out in, so good on the player for having trained his commander for that. This particular game was from patch 1.18.0.2, so a few weeks ago. But unfortunately it's been in queue while we've been doing Clan Wars. So yeah, T95 again doesn't want to get in the way of their gun. He's got all his health at the moment, but that may not last. He does get hit by the Leopard PTA. Puts a nice shot into him, but that's taken a chunk of damage off him, and now he's just got to play in this area here, trying to keep out of the way of both those tanks' guns. Luckily the PTA gets taken out by the Arty, and I think that T95 is pointing his way, so I'm not going to be too excited about getting in the way of that tank's gun. And he's certainly facing this way and heading towards Bandito Jr. He's going to go for the low plate. No, I think not. I think he'll wait for the T95 to turn because there's a 50 TP coming for him. 50 TP, obviously hoping for having. Now he's turned around to face the 50 TP. Good, he's got a side shot. Should be able to do some damage, which he has. So 50 TP being joined by the Super Conqueror, they should get rid of this T95, which they do. So they were down a little bit before in terms of tanks, but they're now well in front, so this particular move across the map has been a bit of a game changer, and that's really what you want to do as a light tank, is to influence the outcome of the game. You can do it with your gun, you can do it with your spotting, but just as importantly you can do it by providing intelligence to your team as to the enemy's disposition. If they're intelligent enough, then obviously they'll take advantage of that. Yeah. Unfortunately, he gets actually hit by the ST1. The ST1 doesn't last very long, and now he's got the side of the jet farm there. He's managed to load an HE shell there and does a nice bit of damage to the FP4085, and in fact gets the kill. So it's taken him up to 3k of damage and 3k of assist damage, so sitting on 6k of total damage, and we're rocketing across the map here. There's one RD, one big fat TD, and a 60 TP. So can he finally do some more damage? I'm sure he can. And here we go. There's the RD, the T92. So he puts a shot into him, and one more shot. He'll reload in a second or two. And can he get the kill? Whoa, takes another hit, but luckily on his wheels, and yes, he gets the kill on the Arty. So that's 2 Arty dead now, and there's only 1 tank left now, which is the 60 TP. And he's taking some damage, but can he penetrate first? That's the thing. So there's this 60 TP going for the lower plate. Unfortunately, that didn't penetrate. And will he last while he's reloading? I'm not 100% sure. He's got 1200 hit points. No, it's still getting rearranged very quickly. Being taken down. Right, there he goes. That's the end of the battle. So he doesn't improve a whole lot, but gets up to 3.5k damage. Let's go and have a look at the results. Alright, so he's picked up a few medals here. He's got the patrol duty medal for scouting and getting at least 6 tanks that were then damaged by your team, and you've got to be the only tank spotting them. The scout medal itself for spotting at least 9 enemy vehicles, and you need to spot the most to get that medal. He's also got the Pescucci's medal there for killing the 2 Arties, and the Ace Tanker Mastery badge. So how does that go with the team performance? Well, he's finished on top with EXP with 1245 base, which is really nice at tier 10, and the Italian TD tier 9 getting pretty close, but doing 4.5k of damage. So shout out to him, and also some good damage from the rest of the team there. Only 1 tank not doing any damage, which is a bit unfortunate. On the enemy team, the ST1, even though he was sort of hiding behind building, he managed to do nearly 3k of damage, so he must have been shooting across the map. Also did take a chunk out of Bandito, so that's some of that as well. The T95, did he have much of an impact? Not really, not with that big gun. That's really like 2 damaging shots for that particular tank. So, and quite a few tanks doing 0, including that FP4005 that he surprised. So anyway, great game by a light tank. Definitely had an influence on the game. Definitely helped his team win, and that's really the important part there. In terms of doing his own damage, he did 3.5k of his own damage, and just under 3.5k of assisted damage, so that's giving a total just a fraction under 7k of combined, so we'll give him that. Tier 9 game, so he did have some personal reserves running, and of course from spotting, even though he had to pay for his ammunition, he was using pretty much standard ammunition the whole way. In fact, I think the whole way, and then just his consumables, and that's still led him to make a decent profit at tier 10 of 41k. So another great battle left from Bandito Junius, really nice in his light tanks, and particularly the wheel vehicles. We'll hope to see more of that, and if you're watching this video and you appreciate it, I would like to see a thumbs up from you. That helps the video get more attention. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.